Thank you for tuning in. Welcome back to News Report TV. There are a lot of rumors circulating about the beating that Tekashi 69 endured last Tuesday at the LA Fitness in Florida. So, apparently, these individuals may be linked to his security. People believe that this was a setup. Some people don't believe that it was genuine because a lot of people have not been talking about Tekashi 69. When he was initially released from prison, there was a lot of buzz around him. I mean, he would do a live stream and would get over a million, people watching. I think a lot of people were in tune, but right now there's not a lot of buzz about Tekashi. I believe he even debuted a song or something like that some time ago, and it was not a lot of buzz around it, or it did not get a lot of attention versus when he was first released. I don't know if this is one of his stunts. However, that's a part of the rumor. Another rumor is that it's linked to his bodyguard, and let's see why they believe he is linked to the bodyguard. So some people, the rumor is because a while back, I think it was at least a year ago, Takashi was being sued for unpaid invoices for his security team. So that could be what led to it. I mean, there's so many different theories. So let's see. One of the individuals have been identified as someone who formerly did 8 years in prison and has been out for about 2 years now. No, wait. Yeah, has been out for about 2 years. And so it's very interesting that that person basically tagged Takashi, and that's how people were able to identify who he was and know so much about him. A lot of people found that interesting because they thought that this could possibly lead to an arrest because I believe authorities were called. And that's what kind of leads me to believe that this situation is more real than a gimmick. Even though when Takashi came out and when he was associated with the Treyway, um, he did do a lot of stunts. There were a lot of beefs that he used to try to create, and he used to say a lot of disrespectful things. So it's no telling if this is one of his gimmicks or if he just, wrote a check that he can't cash, right? So he's just been saying disrespecting a lot of people. I think he was recently at a game and he was saying that he was on the side of Mexico versus Puerto Rico. So a lot of people also thought that maybe it stemmed from that. So, um, and then someone also pointed out that the individual on the who tagged Takashi is followed by Takashi's bodyguard. So I'm not sure what's going on here because Takashi's bodyguard later came out and challenged the attackers to a fight for $10,000. And he says, "If you lose, you die." That was the quote in regards to that. So let's see. So his security guard's name is Bam Bam, and he basically posted some sort of statement on Instagram. So I guess he was also trying to defend his profession because a lot of people were wondering where's his bodyguard. I guess Bam Bam is known to be Takashi's bodyguard. So in a way, I think he also wanted to address this in order for it not to interfere with his profession. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so the individual who are they who they're identifying as someone who is associated with Bam Bam. In this article, Bam Bam is saying that he has spoken to that individual, and that that individual is saying that it was not him in the video. So that's to clear up, I guess, the rumors that possibly his security guard is associated with it. So, I mean, it's getting. I'm pretty sure as time goes on, things will be much clearer. We'll find out what is what. This is not Takashi's first time being set up. Unfortunately, because of the way he has lived his life, it's very, you know, it's very possible for people around him to set him up. And I'm pretty sure that he may be paranoid at this point because he has had a similar situation where he was hanging around with the Treyway gang members, and they also I guess kidnapped him and um, beat him up. So this looks very similar. If this is a setup, it looks very similar to something that he has endured before. But unfortunately, you know, Tekashi has created so many enemies that it's hard to tell what this is from. So, you know, people are still speculating about where this stems from. Some people don't really feel that empathetic. Chief Keef responded by posting a whole bunch of laughing emojis. So he didn't, you know, seem to feel very empathetic. Boosie reposted the video, and he captioned LMAO snitches get stitches. And he said, let's start a GoFund for this guy. He also said, like Cookie Money, say we got to start rewarding the real ones. So he is finding this very comical, and finds that Tekashi deserves this type of treatment. So not a lot of people are very empathetic because over the years Tekashi has been very boastful and saying a lot of disrespectful things to different people and things like that. You know, he's also engaged himself in a lot of gimmicks. So the video is circulating. There is a report that is out, so it is being investigated. And Tekashi had to be put into a room for safety after the incident, which I didn't understand that because if these guys really wanted to do any harm, like really, really, you know, harm to him, they let him walk out of the sauna. So I didn't understand that. If they really, you know, wanted to take his life or whatever the case is, they were, you know, they essentially let him go. So I don't know. Some people are speculating that this was just a lesson to him, that just a threat towards him, and not really an attempt to take his life. I'm not sure if his security is going to be changed up, if the feds are going to be involved, if they're going to do anything. But we'll look forward to see, you know, what happens because everything was caught on video. This happened in a very public place, so not certain if you know, after the development and investigation, if you know there are going to be any arrests made. Thank you for tuning in.